I gotta tell you, man, I know we're professionals and all that stuff. We're about to do this podcast, but you boy may it's getting a little twisted for this one.
Oh,
Yeah.
what you sipping on?
P. No, it's some sort of white wine. I don't know what kind. Uh,
Pinot.
Pinot, possibly. Yeah, I'm drinking Urino right now. So I decided I was like, it's wrapped up everything over there. I'm gonna a little wild tonight on this Tuesday evening whilst filming Property Ebonics.
Good for you, man. Get wild. Turn up. Let your hair down. Pin your ears back. You okay? Are you choking? What's happening?
No, I was celebrating. I was trying to put emphasis
Gargle?
on yeah. I was putting emphasis on about to party. Like, all right,
Oh,
about to get wild, do a little gargling.
Kirk, in college, Kirk walked into all the parties just gargling beer. Where's the keg? Did
Terrible
you have a
nickname.
Did you have a nickname in college?
A
Like that people?
self-appoint.
Because I think that college for people is like a whole different life. So like people change who they are in college. Like did people call you something different than just Kirk?
I think now that I think about it, I think I got out of my nickname in college. Like the first part of college, like while I was at Monco, I was still going by the nickname Rosebud, which is like my rapper name. And I went by it pretty hard. But then I started, yeah, I'll explain the whole thing. It was kind of a heartbreaking story when I stopped going by Rosebud. But yeah, it was during college.
Sorry to bring up bad memories.
It was. I was just thinking about it. I was like, oh, that sucked. It was this dude, and I knew him from high school. Saw him in Philly. I was out randomly with a buddy from Drexel, and then dude, we weren't like tight, but we were pretty close. And then he sees me. He's like, oh, like super excited. I'm like, I'm about to get a nice little hug right now. And then he's like, hey, Linwood, which is the other brown dude at my high school. And I was like, ah. And then
so
I happened to go back and be like, oh no, it's Kirk. And then he's like, what? And I'm like, Rosebud. And then after that, I decided that night I went on Facebook and changed it from Rosebud to Kirk. So that was, the opposite effect for me.
Damn. So he got it wrong. There's only two people he had to decipher from, and he got it wrong. He could have just said the other name.
Yeah, Rosebud. How about you, man? Did you have any nicknames?
Yeah. So like in college, for me, college was like okay. So like high school, right? I was like a pretty boy. You know what I mean? Like I used to have like earrings in both my ears. You know, I was just like I was a
stud.
I was a pretty boy. Like so like college for me, I didn't get like a nickname, so to speak, but I did get like a different reputation. You know what I mean? So like I wasn't like the pretty boy anymore. I was just more like that's just the stoner guy. You know what I mean? So it was just like
you went from genuine to tank all within just
all over one summer. Yeah.
Damn. I'm sorry you lost your pretty boy edge to you. That sounds kind of devastating.
Oh man, I'm completely out of it now too. Like I don't shave, I don't get a haircut. I just fuck it. Like I realize how unimportant that is.
Yeah. Man. I'm trying to go into a pretty boy phase. I'm trying to ride these 30s out with being a pretty boy.
So that's what you're going to do. You're going to be a pretty boy your whole 30s. It's going to entail you're going to have to get your hair cut and clean shave because I had a baby face. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I'm going to do my version of just like a cute boy, man. I'm just going to get like a tongue ring. That's it. Just a tongue ring. They don't know I'm cute, and then all of a sudden, it's like that guy yawning. Does he have a tongue ring?
Does he suck dick?
That's not what they'll say. Property Ebonics. I don't feel like that's so evolved now, though. Like 2020, people got piercings. Remember when when we were kids, it was like if you're male and you have your right ear pierced, it was supposed to be a thing like that's a sign, like you're telling the world that you're into men.
Yeah.
That may have actually been the case, but now it's like people have their. I think my dad has his ears pierced.
Damn, Dad has his right ear pierced.
That's what I'm like. Damn, I gotta
trying to come out to you.
Which Dad, I support it. Like I support it right now. Like if you're listening to this right now, like don't fret. Get both of them pierced.
Oh, that's so good. No, but yeah, I understand that. piercings don't mean anything. But it was just funny that we were talking about this, and I read that today. I was like, that was a funny little thing. So
You ever get anything pierced, man? And if you
Do
haven't, what would you get pierced?
the only thing I had pierced, like I said, I had both my ears pierced, which I no longer do. The holes closed.
Mm.
You know what I would get?
Whoa. Sorry, that was kind of a wild sentence right there. The hole's closed up. Just a
It's-
reminder to the listeners, this is a not safe for work show.
Listen, when you don't use it, it closes up. That's just what happens.
That they did not teach us that. It sucks.
No,
Damn, is that the case?
no,
I know,
for real.
I know,
Yeah.
I know. Oh, with
Talking
piercing.
about
Yes, yeah. No, true.
I mean, other things may tighten up, but they don't close. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But if I had to get one thing, you know what? It'd be my nipples.
Oh, wow.
I like to get my nipples like my nipples. I like to get my nipples like licked and like nibbled on. So yeah,
Okay.
I'll be in. I got my nipples, bro. I got like real big nipples, and so it's like
I do know your
pepperonis.
nipples. Before I was about to be like, I don't know your. I do know your nipples. Very
You know
distinct
these nipples.
nipples.
Listen, they've been around. You know, they've been around.
Yeah.
So like I would probably enjoy that. That's probably the one thing I would get pierced. If I
Damn.
was to.
Would that bring sensation?
I think it does, or does it take it away?
Yeah, listeners, if you have your nipples pierced, please write to the Proper Ebonics email, which I do not know.
It's properebonicspodcast@gmail.com.
That's what's up.
Or you can send your nipple piercing pictures to our DMs at Proper Ebonics. Kirk will look at that. Yeah.
I will. I will. That's kind of wild, man. I hope that'd be kind of cool if you get that done one day. Apparently it's like one of the most painful places to get pierced.
Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, I couldn't get it anywhere. I wouldn't think of anywhere else to get it pierced. Like, what would you get pierced other than your ears?
I don't even know if I'd get my ears pierced, bro. This is just some G shit. Like G's don't get their ears pierced. You think I'm trying to walk around adorable? No, if I had to get something pierced, I would consider one of my nipples. That is true. I would consider that. And then maybe it's unorthodox. I don't know if they do this, but like if I just got like a stud, like right here on top of my shoulder, I think it'd be kind of cool.
Interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
It's a weird spot to have a piercing, but I mean, you can
it'll stand out. It's just like walking around, show that. They're like, hey, what the hell is that? I'm like, oh, it's my piercing. I got a little stud on my right shoulder.
Kirk wearing sleeveless shirts in the wintertime just to show off.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say I'm wearing a tank top underneath this shirt, but I'm most definitely wearing a tank top underneath this shirt. Like I'm most definitely always ready. Always ready.
That's so good. That's so good. Producer Pat, real quick, hit us with a little statement about nipple piercing. He said, does piercing make your nipples more sensitive? The nervous system is what make your nipples sensitive. So it doesn't really make them more sensitive, but it does make them stick out. So
because every time you see someone with like pierced nipples, you tend to see it underneath their shirt. So that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Pat, if you could put in the chat, have you had anything pierced, and what would you get pierced? Producer Pat's gonna give us some insight on what he'd get pierced. I think Producer Pat, I'm getting some like Prince Albert vibes from Producer Pat. He says my lip in my ear. He doesn't sound like that. He just my lip in my ear, but my holes are closed. Now, why you got to make it dirty, Producer Pat? Why you got to make it dirty?
Tell you, man, them holes close up, man. When it's time for them holes to close, they close on up. That's what happens when you don't use them.
Yeah. Speaking of closing, we're in lockdown right now. We're in mandatory state lockdown in Pennsylvania. It happened, I think, 2 days after we last recorded, which I'll be honest, I may actually get hate for this. I may get hate for it. I was relieved. When I heard it because me, I was stressing over doing that show. Both of them. It's like,
oh shit! So you didn't get to do the show?
No, it didn't happen. It got canceled.
That's kind of good though.
yeah. Because I was like, I think they're gonna reschedule it. Not the one for later at Music Fest. That one's straight up canceled. Or no, Arts Quest. Sorry, but they're gonna reschedule the Phantom Power one. But we talked about it last time. I was kind of stressing over it. I was like, I accepted it when it was outdoors, and then they moved it indoors. And it's like I didn't even want to really like promote it like that because I was like, I don't want to advertise doing indoor stuff when this whole time I've been avoiding it. So it was I won't say a blessing, but I don't know. What are your thoughts on this, man?
That's funny. I won't say it's a blessing, but it's a blessing. I listen, man. I think that how do I explain this? I'm not with the indoor shows right now. Like I'm not with it. I'm not gonna. I wouldn't knock you for doing it because, like you said, you booked it thinking it was outdoor. It's they're gonna reschedule it. Everything's up in the air right now, man. Like
Hmm.
I turned down indoor shows. I mean, I'm still scared. So I think it's a good thing that they're not having the show. I'm glad
I'm,
that they're not breaking the law, still having the show.
yeah, part of me was wondering that too. I was like, because there's a lot of places that are just staying open. And I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
what if the venue just happens to do that? It just stay open. Um, I don't know what I would have done in such a way. Honestly, I probably would have done it. If they're like, oh no, we're still gonna do it. I'm like, all right. Just because I agreed to do it, sort of thing.
Look, man. If you got your 2 masks on, you got your gloves, you're not talking, you're not near anybody. I think you should be fine. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Well, I
Like
was
I don't
thinking
think.
like, oh no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was gonna say like, all right, so we have a lot of like the casualties of everything being shut down, or a lot of small businesses. But how do you feel about big productions like Saturday Night Live that are still going without any sort of issue? I shouldn't just say just Saturday Night Live because there are other things too,
Yeah.
even to the extent of like, well, we have the essentials of grocery stores. It's kind of wild when you go in one, especially Friday, no capacity limit. Everyone's just going next to each other, just sardined in one aisle. That almost feels much more dangerous than like going into a small business where they're doing temperature checks and they're checking in on everyone and they're kind of leveling how many people could come in. I think that part is kind of I don't necessarily agree with that. I think some
So
places should stay open.
so for first thing, temperature checks are bullshit. They're irrelevant. It
Mm,
doesn't matter. You can have a 98.7 temperature and have the coronavirus. So it doesn't matter what your
mm.
temperature is. So you can be asymptomatic. So that whole standing in front of somebody while they put the gun to your head to check your temperature, it don't mean anything.
It's
You
a
can still
it's a minimal precaution, but it's because a lot of people are asymptomatic. But I don't have numbers on this, so feel free to correct me, or even Pat if you find it later on. It sounds like in most cases you would get some sort of fever. In majority cases,
I don't know, bro. Doesn't asymptomatic mean you don't have any
no,
symptoms?
yeah, like so I don't know what the percentage of people that are testing positive that are asymptomatic versus what I deem to be the majority that get some sort of fever, along with like other kind of like the cough, the whole headaches. It seems like while it does show up differently in everyone, generally speaking, these seem to be like some of the main symptoms that seem to present itself more and more. So I think like it's not the worst thing, but you could definitely still let someone in that's positive just from doing a flu check.
So so I think that if you somebody does yes, okay, you're right about that. I think that
Thank
if
you.
you're checking everybody's temperature, if somebody does have a high temperature, you can be like, okay, you don't come in. If you're not checking temperatures, you don't have that ability to catch anything. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I understand that. But productions like people like Saturday Night Live, people like the NBA, they're
Yeah.
still doing business as usual because they're doing, I believe, they're just doing those instant checks. It's COVID tests. Like
Oh yeah.
like they can just get everybody get tested and then like 40 minutes later you get the results and then we can do our show.
It could be. I know the UFC apparently like because they're the ones that kept going. So producer Pat says a fever is the most common symptom of COVID-19, but it's sometimes below 100. In a child, a fever is temperature above 100 on an oral thermometer or 104 on a rectal one. You just had to mention the rectal one. Um, yeah, no, that's so most people end up getting some sort of fever with it open hole. Oh goodness, Pat's on a roll today. Um, it's I lost my train of thought.
No, we were talking about
This
the
is
COVID
scissor
test,
dog.
the instant you over there drunk.
Oh
The
yes, it's okay. So UFC. So they were saying that apparently they dished out $17 million in COVID test because they were doing like the rapid testing. I don't know if everyone else is doing that, but it's pricey to do these on a level of like an NBA or like a large theater production
wait, 17 million for what? Like
for
what are they
tests.
to test
For
who? The two fighters and the ref?
No, bro, like it's a whole organization. You got like the team, you got the fighters, the team, the fighters, coaches, the referees, the commentators, the camera people. It's like it's a whole production. It's UFC.
Interesting. I mean, so that's how they can do it. They can. It's going to get to a point where COVID tests are going to be more accessible, where like we can go to the Rite Aid and buy one. You know what I mean? We ain't gotta. It's not going to cost $17 million to get tested. It's going to be a thing where like, in order to go do a comedy show indoors, you got to get tested at the door.
Oh,
You got to.
God. Oh, well, can you imagine that? Like, I know they have different measures now, but like, can you imagine getting a nose swap before going into like a Modell's every time? I'm staying home. I'm not doing that.
No, but look, okay, so I think retail and shopping is a little different than being in like a comedy club. Like I'm picturing when I think of comedy club, I'm picturing low ceilings, dark, everybody next to each other just laughing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm
Oh,
picturing.
nice. I missed that.
So right, I wish I could experience that. But I think that retail, you're in and out. Like you're removing pet. I don't know how true this is, but I seen the thing that said like, in order to get COVID from somebody, like talking wise, you have to be there for like 10 minutes talking to somebody. You know, that's what I heard. So it was like 10 to 15 minutes. So it's kind of like, if you're in a grocery store passing through somebody, weaving through traffic, and you got a mask on, you're not going to get coronavirus. You know what I mean? Like
You heard it here first, everyone. Bob and weave through a crowded Wegmans. You'll be fine.
Alan says I
don't fully know if that's true or not. It could be. I don't know.
So my point is, I don't think you would need a COVID test to go into Modell's or to go buy some wine. You know what I mean? I think that you can like, you should be okay just going in and sliding out. But like, I think when you're down in a comedy club, you're next to people.
Yeah, laughing, chuckling, high-fiving, slapping your knees.
Yeah. It seems a little different. That's all.
Yeah, I haven't seen someone slap their knee in person in almost a year. That's crazy. That's crazy when you think about it.
You going? That's a humble brag right there. Kirk got motherfuckers slapping their knees.
Yeah. You know your boy does it. But you ever get like sad and like YouTube knee slapper, like just like a middle-aged woman slapping her knee?
Nah, man, I don't. I gotta be careful with my YouTube search results because I share YouTube with my kids, so I can't be. Why are you YouTubing white women in their knees? Why? I don't get it, Dad.
Yeah, shout out to white knees. White knees.
Yeah,
I got a thing for knees. Knees.
That's the most obscure shout out you've ever done on this show.
One of them, bro. Like I mess with female knees. I like legs in general, but knees, they don't get a lot of attention. A lot of times you got a honey dip. Treat her to a knee rub. I guarantee you she'll like it.
I don't think I
guarantee it.
All right, look, bro. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you, right?
If I'm being 100 right now,
right? If I'm massaging the leg, the knee is the last part I would think to like, because that thigh, that calf, the back of the calf, but the knee, it's kind of like the knee.
Bro, like those parts all great. They'll like that too. I'm saying it kind of reflects your point. People dismiss the knee. They just kind of go over it. And it's like you put a lot of pressure on your knee, especially if you're wearing wax shoes. You got a lot less shock absorbance. You got to get the knees. How
you going to tell a girl, hey, baby, I know your shoes is ugly and run down. Let me rub your knees for you.
Hey, baby, I see you've been wearing New Balances on hikes. That's a bad choice. Let me get your knees real quick.
On a hike, you've been wearing them Payless shoes on them hikes. Now, Kirk going to rub your knees for you, baby girl.
That sounds nice. Ladies, if you're going to show, or anyone really, if they're going to send the DMs of like their nipple piercing, if they want to send some knee pics over, like I'm not opposed to it if they're comfortable with that.
You sound like a creepy old man right now. You sound like Joe Biden right now. That's exactly.
Yeah, Joe Biden, he loves knees. Joe Biden will rub that knee. I feel like he's going to be on a knee spree. He just secured the bag, bro. Joe Biden just secured the presidential bag via the Electoral College.
Look, finally, we voted how long? Like a month ago?
Over a month ago, yeah. November, 5th or 4th, something like that.
And now it's official. It's official. There's no more lawsuits that Trump can.
I think he's still going to go. He's still on this election has been stolen. And I don't know. I haven't checked in on him. Like, is he planning on going to the inauguration? Is he going to concede? I don't know.
I heard that they might do a virtual inauguration.
It's whack. I don't like that.
Come on, no. We just talked about Corona though.
Nah, if you're getting sworn in for presidency, I want to see that face. I want to see that hand on that Bible.
Okay, so but look, maybe they can do it in person, but we might not be able to be there. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah, no,
saying?
that would be a terrible idea. No, they should not have a crowd.
Right,
That's
right.
awful. I should clarify. No, that's terrible. But if it's
Producer
like,
Pat
if
said
it's outdoors,
hologram guests.
it's just, it's
Yeah,
gonna be.
so look, so can they do that? Can they just have like the presidential cabinet out
Yeah.
there and just zoom it? I don't know.
I guess they can. They could like do like a Zoom party situation. I don't know. Inauguration via Zoom is. I feel like they could do it in person. They just maybe don't have people come to it. Also, would you go to inauguration? I know you voted this year. Would you go to Joe Biden inauguration?
If the coronavirus did not exist, I would go. Yeah, I would go.
If they're like, hey, listen, we're not going to have an audience. However, we want some comedic relief. And we saw a few videos from you, Mr. Alan Massenberg. Come on over.
I'm there. I'm there, Joe. I'm doing it for Kamala. We did it, Joe. We did it. Oh, Joe. We did it, Joe. We did it, Joe. Oh, yes. We did it, Joe.
Yeah, she was talking voicemail the whole time. Man. Yeah, I want to. I mean, we're going to touch on the, Joe securing the bag and our thoughts on that. Is it wrong? And I'm pretty sure it is because multiple people have told me it's wrong. Is it wrong to have a crush on your vice president?
For Joe to have a crush on her?
No, I'm just talking about us.
No.
Like,
You can. It's fine. Of course. Listen, I had a crush on Miss Obama. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come
yeah,
on.
I'm not trying to, because I think a lot of times it's very much like we overshadow the accomplishments from looks when it comes to women. I think a lot of women get annoyed with that. That said, Kamala and Joe Biden, some honey dips right there, and I mean that in the most respectful way. Accomplished, secure, scholarly honey dips. What's up?
Dr. Joe Biden.
Doctor. What did I say?
You just said Joe Biden, so I was just letting because it's funny. I said that because Hillary Clinton put a post up like it's Dr. Joe Biden, like to like emphasize it, So
no, it's very true. She is a doctor. My bad, Miss Joe Biden, Doctor Joe Biden. Pat, edit that out.
That's so funny.
Oh boy.
No, but listen, I don't mind having. I think it's cool, man. Like there's a lot of women that had a crush on Barack. Like, there ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool. We got some good looking people in office. That's dope, man.
Yo, Barack is looking good. Barack still looks good.
Right. You know what I'm saying? He's only like 62 or something like that. I don't know what he is. But, like, we've had 43 ugly ass presidents. Like,
damn.
40, including Trump. That's another 44, whatever. But, like, it's just like.
You're trying to tell me Nixon wasn't a hunk?
No. Honestly, I can't even picture Richard Nixon in my head right now.
He's the president with that fat ass. He was getting off the plane. He did the peace sign. He turned around, and everyone in the newspapers the next day, it was just his fat ass all over the place.
Nixon had a bubble.
Yeah, you don't remember that? That was wild.
No, I don't think I was alive.
It says Obama is 59.
Yeah, 59. Listen, that's crazy. He's only 59. He was in office for 8 years.
Yeah.
4 years ago. Like, it's crazy, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Life is happening. Time is passing.
Crazy.
How do we feel about this? Joe Biden, he's in there. The people have spoken. Popular vote, electoral college is in there. What would it mean for America if Trump doesn't concede, or if he has to be dragged out of the White House? What does that mean for our country?
I don't think it really means anything because I think that his last 4 years just showed our true colors. Like, because half of our country fucks with Trump.
Yeah.
So it's not like a surprise. Like, yeah, Trump. They were talking about Trump not conceding before he even lost.
I know, right? Like back in March, they were mentioning this.
Yeah. Nobody's surprised by it. But so yeah, we expect this. And there's no big deal, honestly. So
yeah.
if he does concede, that's surprising.
That would be kind of wild. We touched on it briefly last week, but like it's official. The AG, the Attorney General, William Barr, who's been by his side the whole time, has officially resigned, and he's one of the first people from the administration that left, and Trump didn't badmouth right afterward. Trump like gave him like a cordial like, yeah, his last day will be December 23rd. He's gonna be spending it with the family. I like this guy. Like it was very much like, oh, all right, that's weird.
So maybe he's lightening up on the reins. Maybe he's trying to like, just like, okay, man, it was fun. But maybe he wants to save face because he was probably gonna run again in 4 years.
Oh yeah, a lot of people are saying it's gonna be Ivanka.
Boy, for real? Because
Yeah,
she can't run, but she can.
bro. If she's over 35, yeah, I think she can.
She wasn't born here.
Nah, Melania, that's his wife. Ivanka's his daughter.
I don't fucking know.
I was like, oh, I think you may be right on that one. It's like, wait, no, wrong one. Yeah.
I get it mixed up.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. Congratulations to President-elect Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, Vice President, and Dr.
Man.
Joe Biden. I don't know who Kamala Harris's husband's name is. It like Doug? I think it's like a first dude named Doug.
It might be Doug. It might be Doug, actually.
Shout out to Douglas. All right, that's what's up. You made it in that. That's pretty cool. Nice.
Yeah, so yeah, he lit right now. Shit, listen, my wife was in the vice president. Oh, it's lit. Whatever you need me to do, baby, I'm doing it. Whatever you need me to do, I'm doing it.
He's gonna be rubbing some knees tonight. That's what he's gonna be doing. He's gonna rub some. It's like very good. I know you've been standing for too damn long with the knees.
Presidential knees.
Look. Doug Emhoff.
Producer Pat's on it. So his name. So Kamala Harris didn't take his name.
That's cool. That's what's up. Yeah,
whatever floats your boat to find your lost
respect remote. Respect that. Before we get into some other hot, juicy, maybe sexy conversations, let's break them off some prop suggestions. Prop suggestions,
y'all.
If you're like me, you went to Bailey Middle School in 8th grade, and on Fridays, ooh, you got excited because on Noggin, the Canadian Nickelodeon, was Degrassi. Degrassi would play at 8 o'clock on Fridays, and oh, you're excited to see the wonders of Manny, Craig, Ashley, Jimmy, Emma, Snake, all of them. What if I told you that you could access this for free on YouTube? Because that's what I'm telling you. Degrassi is on YouTube for free, season like 1 through 12, and your boy's been binging it nonstop. It's been hot. You ever watch Degrassi, man?
So Degrassi, so for me, I didn't have cable until I was like 14, and like I was off of it. I was playing sports and chasing girls, you know what I'm saying? So like I didn't watch a lot of Nickelodeon, Noggin, Disney. I didn't watch a lot of that, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't catch it. I missed it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I missed Degrassi. I know about it. I know how big it is and how impactful it is. I understand that. I missed the wave.
Bro, here's your chance to catch that wave, because Degrassi's on YouTube for free. I didn't even look it up. It just showed up on my feed. It was pure love.
It knew you wanted to watch it.
Yeah, and I kind of just put it on like, all right, I'll pop a little episode on. 4 days later, it's been nonstop. Man, it's such a nice form of escapism, just to leave your being to like go into the world of Jimmy Brooks and see what he's doing. That was Drake.
That was Drake, right? The wheelchair Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm starting off in I feel like it's not a spoiler at this point, but I started I've seen the whole thing, but like I'm starting off in the season after he was shot. So he's just already there. Shout out to Spinner. He's trying to redeem himself. Spinner's the guy that his best friend that ended up getting him shot indirectly. And the following season, Spinner spends the whole season trying to get the friendship of Jimmy Brooks again. But it's not always so smooth.
So did he get it?
Well, I don't want to spoil anything.
You don't want to spoil it.
Anything. I don't want to spoil anything.
I got you. Because Drake is a pop phenom now, and we don't know.
You saw the video on Unstoppable, right? Where like he gets the whole cast to come back. Like he does a video.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
It was nice. I was like, there's Paige.
Drake does man. Drake does. He's been doing a lot of good things for his folks. He does. He gives back to Rondo and all that. You know. So shout out to Drake. Now I got my proper suggestion for you. It's also something that you could watch. Now it's called Trial 4 on Netflix. You know what I'm saying? It's about a guy who was injusticely charged with murder of a police officer in Boston, Massachusetts. And I think this was 1993 or 94.
Okay.
This guy got charged. He was inside of a Walgreens buying some diapers for his child, while somebody else was outside who happened to kill a cop. And he was at the Walgreens, and he walked outside to this mess, you know what I'm saying? And the cops pretty much pinned it on him. And this guy literally had to serve like 25 years in jail, and he had to go through 4 different. But this is the thing though, he had 4 different trials, you know. And the first 3 trials, there was a mistrial. Like they couldn't come up with they couldn't to determine if he was guilty or innocent. So, but the Boston system or whatever, they kept prosecuting this guy. You know what I'm saying? They're like, no, you're gonna find him guilty. You know what I'm saying? So I think I don't want to give it away, but it was definitely something great. And I like stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say I like when the system fucks us over, but I like
know
this.
what you mean. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it was definitely a very good watch. You know what I'm saying?
What's called Trial 4?
Trial 4, yeah. He went to trial 4 times for the same crime. You know what I'm saying? Like,
damn,
definitely.
That's a horror movie right there. That's like
yeah.
Honestly, that's my biggest fear right there. Being accused of something you didn't do. Sheesh, that's a rough one.
Yeah,
Thanks for
man.
that. I may check that out.
Yeah, it was dope, man. It's this guy buying diapers for his kid, you know, and it's crazy, you know. It's just a crazy situation. So I think that's something people should check out.
If you end up watching Trial 4 and you're into it sort of thing, you know, obviously go watch some Degrassi. But afterwards, there's this documentary called 13th. Have you heard or seen this one?
Oh, by Ava DuVernay?
Yeah.
Never heard of it. Just kidding. I'm kidding.
I was like, wait, how do you know that? Call me slipping.
That's so good.
I was like, yo, he usually just says random names. He got that kind of spot on just now.
Yeah, man. I know about the document. I knew about the 13th Amendment before the documentary. You know what I'm saying? But that documentary is definitely something everybody should watch. That
it really breaks it down, because like I know generally speaking, like I always thought, like I shouldn't even say always thought, but I always heard the idea that like prison complex is just modern day slavery in a lot of ways. And I was like, oh, that sounds like there's a lot of truth to it, but I don't really know much about it. This movie breaks it down from the history down to like the corporations, and there's like that conglomerate of like, I think it's called ALEC, where it's like, corporations are able to like vote on laws, and how like a lot of prisons, they produce so much labor at a cheap cost for a lot of these corporations that are in ALEC and beyond. It's like, damn, all right, that straight up is slavery.
Yeah. Listen, man, it is slavery. My brother, everybody know a lot of people that's been in and out of jail, but my brother, you know, man, he used to like do work for the jail, and he would like it was crazy. Like his mentality was, he's like, yeah, man, I got to make 80 cents today, and he would like be happy about it. You know what I mean? I'm like, you worked all day for 80 cents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then the corporation gets to sell whatever he makes at top dollar. You know, so
it's kind of wild when you think about it. It's like, I think a lot of us went through this thing where we did reassessments of like, hey, let's only buy from Black businesses. Let's make sure that we're not putting money into the wrong hands.
Yeah.
But it almost seems inevitable. Like there's so many ties to corruption where it's like, whether you're avoiding Amazon and going to a market to get your stuff, it's like, you don't know where they got those stuff. So I don't know. I guess just takes a lot more homework.
I think so. So we can only do what we can do. This system is broken. You know what I'm saying? Like us. So like, say we all. I got a t-shirt line. I sell t-shirts. I'm not making a t-shirt from scratch. I'm not mass producing these t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? I don't own cotton fields and whatever they make the t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like it's going back to some white man. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta buy my product from some white man. Yes, I am a Black business, but I gotta buy from some white man. You know what I'm saying? And that's.
Are you saying that Kyle Neff makes all of your shirts with his tiny hands and then ships it over to you?
At least his uncle or somebody does.
Okay.
Look, producer passive, Asian man probably. The Asian man. But yeah, but the system, it's the system. You can support. Yes, I say everybody needs to support Black businesses 110%, right? But the system, we still got to rely on the white man. That's how the system's set up. You know what I mean? You really can't.
And not even just like the white man, but like corporations. Like it's like
Well,
we're
when I say the white man, I mean like the man, like the system, you know what I mean?
I see. I
Like
see.
the whole thing. Not it is an actual white man in charge, but like
Oh.
yeah, just they, you know.
Thinking of my friend Trevor when you said the white man. I'm like, I guess Trevor is part of the problem. Shouts
You mean
Trevor.
you mean Trev? Yeah, yeah. Listen, man. Shout out to Trevor, man. He's probably an ally. Shout out to Trevor.
He's wild.
You know, but listen, I met real quick too. I met a white guy the other day. And he was trying to tell me how down he was, right? And
Oh
he
no,
look,
that's white guy 101 conversation right there.
but look, he meant so well. Like I can tell he was really trying to make a difference. But he said something to me. I was like, oh, all right, you shouldn't say that kind of stuff. He was like, I like to support Black businesses. I like to do my part. You know what I'm saying? He said, I even send my kids to a school in Brownsville. I was like, wait, what? Like,
What was he meaning by that?
meaning like Brownsville is traditionally a hard Black neighborhood in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? So he's like,
Oh.
I even send my kids to Brownsville. You know what I mean? It's like, you can keep that. You ain't got to put that part in there. You could just tell me how you want to, support and stuff. You ain't got to be like, and I send them down where they go to school at. So it's just.
Yeah. Those kids are going to like grow up to be a racist now. It's like, damn it, Dad, you guys jumped every Friday. You own a private school. That's why we live in this mansion. Why'd you send us there? Shouts out white guy. It's yeah, that I could see why that's an unnecessary comment. I guess I hate the term, but like the virtue signaling, I guess that's part of it where it's like, yeah, I even do that. It's like, what's the point that you're trying to get across? Are you trying to get across that you wholeheartedly support different causes and buy Black business? Or are you trying to get me or get you on the favorable side by telling you that? So it's like, I don't know, a lot of things can be sensed a lot of times. So,
So I could listen, man. I could tell the guy meant well, but that statement, I was like, I didn't say it to him. I was like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? I didn't get into it with him.
Was this your mailman? Who are you interacting with right now?
It was just some dude at the store. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was selling my product. So my girl got the whole pop-up market, and I'm saying. So I had my product in there, and I was selling to the guy. You know what I'm saying? He was talking. You know what I'm saying? So
okay. I thought it was just like grocery shopping. Just sparked up a conversation. I was like, oh, all right.
No, man.
Bumped into my buddy Trevor right there. One thing we wanted to touch on, I was trying to think of a smooth segue in this. I failed though. I want to hear more about I want to hear more about Alan, co-host proper Ebonics. She just dropped a hot video. Yeah, man,
I went like a semi-viral. I didn't go viral, but I went like semi-viral with this little video on Twitter I put. So tell me about the story real quick. So I was just on Twitter, just scrolling, and this OnlyFans model, she's trying to get people to subscribe to her OnlyFans, and the way she marketed this was she put a picture of her butt up on the screen, but she erased out the butt crack, so it was just like a big circle. You know what I mean? And I thought that was genius for multiple reasons, because then like you put it online, they can't take it down because it's just a big circle. You put a naked butt on Instagram, it gets deleted.
True.
So she put it up there, and I also thought that it was great marketing, because for me, I need to see the crack. Like, it's just not the same,
That's true.
It's not the same.
It's an unfulfilling feeling. Like I saw that, I was like, oh, doo-doo doesn't come out of those. So that's not.
Like it's just not the same. So I was like, yo, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make a video talking about how great this marketing is. Like, so I did like a little video on Instagram where I put the green screen thing up, and I just talked about the crackless butt and I talked about how good a marketing scheme and how great that was. And I literally clapped it up for her. I was like, yes, give it up for her for this great idea for promotion. You know what I'm saying?
That is smart. Did you tag her? Did she message you afterward or anything like that?
So how Twitter works is you can what I did was I put it on Instagram at first, and then I seen it like doing very well on Instagram. And I was like, I should put it on Twitter too. So what I did was I went to the original tweet where she tweeted the picture, and I just commented the video. And I was like, this is genius marketing, and I commented my video.
Okay.
And then from there, everybody just seen it, and it just took off. Like right now, it's at 222,000 views on Twitter.
Oh my goodness. You made it onto one of our favorite websites, WorldstarHipHop.
Yes. WorldStar, baby.
That's been my favorite thing about this.
Yeah, I made it on WorldStar, man. Like somebody commented on my shout out to my homie Garrett, Baltimore comedian. He Garrett Harvest. He commented on the video. I was like, yo, bro, you on WorldStar. Like I didn't even like respond to his comment. I just went right to WorldStar. I was like and I seen it and I was like, oh snaps. Yeah, I made it on WorldStar, man.
This is one of the more uplifting versions of making it on WorldStar.
Yeah.
Usually it's not a great sign, but you made it on there for your content. You should be proud of yourself, buddy.
I'm
Very
happy.
Nice.
Look, I'm happy for making it on WorldStar, for not selling my soul. I'm not like running through the streets naked. But even more, I don't know how to say this. I'm even more proud of the fact that the content that I put out there, though, it wasn't the traditional, just bashing the OnlyFans woman. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like anybody could take the easy route and be like, just talking bad about her because she got her butt out, but there's no crack. You know what I'm saying? But like I mean,
you're hyping her up. You're like, yo, this is props, and it gives her promotions too.
Listen, that's what I said. I should be able to see the crack for free on the promotion I gave her. You know what I'm saying?
I may check. I haven't done the OnlyFans thing yet, but I may have to check her page out just to be like, one, does she have a butt crack? Because from the photos, it looks like she does not have a butt crack. For anyone listening to this right now, I highly recommend going to Alan's page to look at the video and this woman's non-existent butt crack. It's kind of crazy to see. But also, I kind of want to chop it up with her and be like, hey, what's up?
It was cool, though, because she actually retweeted my comment. So
she did. Like, there you go. Nice.
Yeah, she retweeted it. Like, they got like 1,000 retweets. It's been it's funny. You know, the funny part is people actually have been responding to my video with like pictures of them drawing a butt crack on her. Like, here, I helped you out.
She's gonna have to like lower her OnlyFans costs. It's like, all right, so now they think I don't have a butt crack or have a really bad butt crack. They're drawing Z's for my butt crack. I gotta show at least one butt crack photo to show them.
Right. And people are trying to call me a simp. They're like, yo, you know he paid for that OnlyFans account. I'm like, no, like I didn't pay. I'm just pointing out the fact that this is great marketing. Like,
damn. There's one thing I know about you, Alan, is that you're not a simp. Also, right. What's a simp?
A simp is somebody that got to pay for it from a woman.
You're not a simp.
I ain't no simp. Never have been, never will be. You know what I'm saying? I get it for free. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that ain't me. But listen, that's why I had to put a whole separate tweet out because I've been seeing like so much response like, oh, you know, he paying for it. I'm just like, yo, to be clear, I've never paid for anything like that from a woman. But this was just a great promotional scheme. Like, that's all I'm saying.
Bro, when you put the content out there and you get the views and it's hitting those numbers, hitting the thousands, you're gonna get some haters, bro. You're gonna get some haters.
Oh yeah, I do. But I'm good at not responding to the haters. Like I said, I just make one tweet about the issue. I'm not going back and forth with haters. I don't do that. Another thing that came from this, because I got like 400,000 views on WorldStar or whatever. But one thing I don't like, and they might watch this now because I was on WorldStar, so they might be watching this now. But you niggas that don't reach out to me or talk to me or check in on me, don't call me because you see me on WorldStar. Because I ain't gonna answer it. I'm not gonna answer it. Straight up.
Is that a thing people do? Like your family that hasn't talked to you in years be like, Alan, I saw you on WorldstarHipHop after watching 2 pregnant women fight over a pack of Newports. Sugar, I miss you. Like, is that what's really happening right now?
Listen, for real, bro. I was getting calls, and I'm like, oh, I ain't talked to this motherfucker in years.
Damn.
You don't comment or like. I don't even know if we friends online.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
What's your WorldStar crawling ass, bro?
Crazy. Damn. Yo, man, it was crazy, but I'm glad that I'm glad that the video that went viral was something positive. A lot of women were sharing. When women are sharing it,
yeah,
that's when you're good. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm happy with that. I'm happy I got to go a little viral yesterday.
Big salute. Shout to you. You didn't even need a goal this time, bro. That's a big goal right there.
Shot.
WorldsStar? I've
What's
been trying to get on WorldsStar for years. I just hang out in alleys waiting to get jumped. like,
that's that's actually my second time on it. I've been on Worldstar. Yeah, I've been on
boy.
Worldstar. I was in a music video. So corny.
Ooh.
I was in this one music video, and I don't know how the guy got his music video on Worldstar, but I was in the video like on a private jet, like,
Oh shit.
That's a
That's kind
while
of
ago.
wild. it's kind of wild to casually mention that.
Because it wasn't
private jet.
it wasn't like no, so it wasn't my video. So literally he knew a guy that owned a private jet, and we literally pulled up to the airport, got on it, it didn't move, and we got off.
Oh man.
You know.
Can't believe you were in a Young Jock video. That's wild, bro. That's wild. Congratulations on that part. Very, very nice.
Oh, it's so
bro,
good.
Speaking of this hip hop lifestyle and all that stuff, man, did you see that URL Volume 6 happened this weekend?
I'd seen that it happened, but I didn't see it happen.
Bro, we've been doing this show for like, what, 2 years now. Every time I come up with some battle that just happened, like fresh off the streets, when are you going to watch one of these battles?
You know what it is, yo? Maybe I don't like it.
What?
Maybe I don't know if I like I'm not okay. They're dope. The URL scene, they're all dope. But for me, I'd rather watch like a rapper freestyle on like Funk Flex than I would like two niggas talk about all these deep, intricate rhyme schemes, and I gotta like I'm not saying like I've watched battles and I've loved them. Like I grew up when I grew up at like Philly rappers battle all the time, and I love that shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's like the URL thing. I don't know. I don't know, man. Just a lot of shit going on.
Bro, you kind of get me mad right now, bro.
No, look, I'm sorry, Kirk.
I got some emotions I'm trying to go through right now. It's not good ones.
Oh, let me reel it back. I'm not gonna say I don't like it. I'm gonna just say that I'm not in the space to enjoy how I should. Is that better?
Suppose so.
Who battled, bro?
Well, I don't even know if it's worth talking about anymore. No, I'm going to talk about it. I'm excited.
Talk about it because I enjoy. Look, okay. Here's something that you might like. I really enjoy the conversations that we have about battle rap. I do. I can enjoy those conversations without watching the whole battle.
Yeah, watch the battle next time. I enjoy the conversation. It's ridiculous. Part of being on WorldsStar, you gotta be more hip to the hip hop lifestyle, bro.
You're right. You're right. I gotta download caffeine. You're right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, shots caffeine. No, this is a cool battle. First battle event I watched in full with my roommate, which is kind of I was like, oh, right, I guess we're watching this 5-hour event together. You're
nice. Trying to get everybody around you just to watch the battles, huh?
No, it was just popped in, and I was like, oh, I guess we're both here. So it was cool. Right. No, but it was like Danny Myers' Ill Will. That was a cool battle. The main event for this one was Geechee Gotti versus Goods. I think we talked. Goods is a dude that faced Cassidy about a year ago.
I know
Geechee Gotti. Yeah, Geechee Gotti's like he's phenomenal in my opinion. He's an up and comer. There was Arsenal versus Jerry West, King of Disrespect. The big one with this one was Chilla Jones versus B Dot. And the thing that was big about this one, I don't know if a lot of people know this about battle rap. There's an organization called Champion. It's like their commentary on battle rap. They're like they do all the commentary, they do the hosting it, and every year they have pretty much a competition of who's the battle of the year, who's champion of the year, and that winner of the champion, I think it's like 20,000 or maybe 50,000. So they're saying Chilla Jones and B Dot, they've had great runs this year, and people are saying like, oh, they're top 2 contenders. So this was kind of like the unofficial battle for champion of the year.
Gotcha.
So that didn't let down at all. That was cool. Overall, just a good event. I really enjoy and appreciate what Smack's been doing. It's kind of cool to see that entertainment's been going out throughout all this, and that it's been consistent and good. And especially for Smack. So I'm like, I like that. I'm saying like I talk to Smack on a regular basis. Maybe I do.
You probably do.
I may DM Smack once in a while and never get responses. Yo, Smack, you really killed it on that. Thanks for the entertainment, bro. But yeah, this is a highly good event. If you are interested in it, I recommend going back on Caffeine and checking it out.
All right, so here's my question for you. How are they doing this during the pandemic?
They did it outdoors. Well, they've done a few indoors. Like they do all the checks and all that. I don't know if it means like rapid COVID tests, but I know the one battler, Pat Stay from Canada, he flew into LA and now he's going to quarantine for 2 weeks away from his family, miss Christmas, because it's like, yeah, and he lost a battle. Pat Stay took a hard L. Pat Stay is one of my favorites. Pat Stay took a hard 30 versus Kayshawn. Kayshawn did very well.
Well, I've heard very good things about Kayshawn.
Kayshawn's been killing it recently, and this was like a battle that people win for about a year now. And Pat Stay, he admitted it afterwards. It's like he was just unprepared. He like started freestyling from round 1. So that meant he went from 2 and 3 rounds of semi freestyling the whole thing. It's like, don't do that, especially against Kayshawn. So yeah, that was kind of a bummer. But the way how they do it is this one, they did it like on a set, like Universal Studios type set, where it's like you tell the buildings are fake, but they're outdoors. They did have a small crowd of just battle rappers like 20 feet away. So it's just the battle rappers, Smack behind them, and the 2 rappers. Like that was pretty much it.
So okay, so was there like an audience like to no? So that's okay. So what I'm saying is like, is that the same vibe then? Because like a big part of the battle rap is the artists and their reaction.
It's a huge component, yeah. You know what? And this kind of proves a lot of like you have to really come in with rhymes for this one. Like in battle rap, they call it like gassing, where like people kind of gas you up, like the crowd is just really excited to see you. They just hype you up. Yeah. There's no gas in this. This is purely you and your rhymes. Yes. So in a lot of ways, it's kind of cool because it's like you take that element out of like fans cheering and have to wait for them. You get just pure lyricism, which I think is cool. And it seems like a lot of rappers are getting used to it. And some of them aren't, but a lot of them are. So that's been a relief to see, because I was the same. I was like, how are they going to do this without a crowd? That makes the battle. Not always the case.
And what that does for the audience, for the people, for the viewers, that lets you formulate your own opinion. You're not swayed by the audience reaction either. You know,
first of all, you don't get to say this, bro. You are not a viewer. No, you are not. You did not watch this. You did not get to say, as a viewer, I get to do this. Nah, bro.
I've watched plenty of Smack's battles, bro. I watched it, but I'm not on top of it. I'm not on top of it. I can say that. And like I said to you before, I told you I like to talk about it. I'm a huge rap fan, bro. I'm a battle rap fan. I haven't been in the mix and I haven't been on the scene.
You sound like a white dude that is trying to be like, yeah, I support black business. Yeah, it's just lately I'm trying to get them fast, and Amazon's the only thing that delivers within Prime. So you sound like right now, bro.
I didn't say I sent my kids to school in Brownsville. Okay? No, but I'm just saying, like, you get to be like, you're not swayed either. You're just like,
no, I know what you mean.
Who I thought won. You know what I'm saying?
They do have votes on the caffeine thing, which you could do. I don't really partake in that, but like they break it down just from like, hey, what are the street elements? Who do we think won? Like I think we talked about the Murder Mook versus Tay-Rock one. Murder Mook clearly won that battle.
Right.
In the caffeine votes, Tay-Rock won. So it's like you have 2 different sides of like, oh, who is the winner? So that adds an element of it, which a lot of people get excited over.
So who determines the winner? Smack?
There's no real official winner. There's no like, because there's no like prize at the end. It's more just like credibility, your stock rising, people retweeting you. You just make more money if you're seen as the winner. So it's between the votes and also just what the streets say.
Yeah, I would like to be, if I was a battle rapper, I would like to have a clear cut winner. Like, boom, y'all vote who y'all think won, because I'm a competitor. Yes, I like to win. Yeah. So I couldn't have somebody who I beat out there saying that they didn't lose, like they Trump or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Sound like Murder Mook right now, because that's what Tay-Rock was going around being like, yeah, I won. The votes showed that I won. And shout out to Tay-Rock. I love Tay-Rock. But it was pretty clear that Murder Mook got that battle.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know. I would think I would need to have if the caffeine voting was official, how that officially produced the winner, that would have to be what it is then, because who's saying Murder Mook won? Just to like, well, there's nothing to say.
Just the vibe. Just the vibe. It's just real ones now. Real ones now. You watch, I was like, all right, Murder Mook clearly took that one.
All right, look. This is my goal. I want to be more in tune with the battle rap scene. I'll do.
All
I
right.
do. I do because I
Very
feel like I
nice.
let you down, and I seen the hurt in your eyes. I seen it.
Yeah. A little bit, bro. I was a little hurt. I was a little
I
hurt.
don't want you to think that I don't enjoy battle rap. I do. I literally said I don't like it, which is a lie. Because I'm sitting here thinking, then like I grew up on battle rap. You know what
You
I
were
mean? Like,
processing it. You were processing a new thought that you had, and it maybe came out a certain way that hurt your boy's feelings. But that's okay. That's
I'm sorry, I hurt your feelings, and it wasn't true because I do like battle rap. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
damn.
but like, yeah, I just recently in the recent years, I kind of faded away from watching it how I used to. Because it used to just be on YouTube, and I just go and watch it. Like, so
Battle rap's like
I'm a
wrestling. People grow out of it. People go out of phases where it's like, I can't take this anymore. The theatrics, the shooting, they don't actually shoot each other, but like the whole thing, it's like, I think it's very much like that. It's a generational thing in a lot of ways where sometimes people are just like, I need to step away from this for a little bit.
well, battle rap's real though, so I don't think it's the same as
It's real,
wrestling.
but there's like a performative element to it where it's like you're supposed to hype the match up. So like they'll do face-offs where it's like you lost all three of your battles in that one battle. You said that you would never talk to your mother again. Bro, I saw a picture with your mom on Instagram the other day. Like it's a lot of that stuff.
Yeah,
Whereas like, so it just feels very much like, all right, it's like boxing.
yeah,
So in that sense, it's kind of, because afterwards they like dap each other up and they're all buddies and all that.
yeah. I like the wrestling comparison though because I did grow out of liking wrestling when I was a kid. So
Yeah.
like I get that, but yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to get into it because I like it, and there's not much shit on TV really because people not making a lot of content. But like,
Hmm.
yeah, I think I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna get in it. I'm gonna get
All
in
right.
it.
I'll
That's
send
that's
you, whenever there's the next one, whether it's the champion of the year YouTube video or when they have their next like volume, I'll send it over your way.
all right, bet.
Um, and I'll do my goal. I've been trying to. I have this communications degree. A lot of times I feel like I need refreshers. Like I have things that I like kind of retain, but like not all of it. My goal, and it just happens to be right in front of me, is to refresh myself on nonverbal communication by a book by Judith Hall. It's very much just a book from the nonverbal communication class I took like 5-6 years ago, and a lot of cool stuff in it. It was one of the few textbooks where it's like, oh, I actually enjoyed going through it, but I just didn't retain much of it. Like I think if I go over it now, I would enjoy it a bit more. So that's going to be the goal. Like read a little bit more of nonverbal communication book.
So there's a book you had from college.
Yeah, that was from shout out to Dr. Emersol. Yeah, that was a nonverbal communication class. And that was one of the main textbooks that we used for it.
No, yeah, I think that's a good way to. I think for comedy, it's a good thing to be able to read people's non-communication, non-verbal cues. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's like when you on stage, you see somebody like getting restless, you might look at them, or you might, you know what I'm saying? Like you
I will
might.
fight them. I will fight them. Over acting restless. No, like a better, more accurate example is like if I'm doing comedy and I see like multiple knee slaps within 10 minutes, I'm like, all right, guess I'm doing good. Guess
I'm
they
killing
enjoyed the
it.
Scooby Doo joke. So like, yeah, that's it's yeah, but that is cool. Do you want to know fun tidbits about
Sure.
nonverbal communication? A lot of times when people want to detect lies, a lot of times you're not sure if like someone is lying to you.
Uh,
How do you go about that? Like if you want to try
I
to read
feel
someone's lie.
I feel like people look around, they can't look me in my eyes when they're lying. They'll be like, "So yeah, this is what I did." They're like, they won't give me direct eye contact when they're lying. That's one thing that I think
Yeah,
that I kind of figured out.
you would like the face sort of thing, like the face, maybe a lot of maybe rubbing the back of the shoulder, the neck sort of thing.
Yeah,
Producer
yeah.
Pat says he looks at their holes. Oh my goodness, Pat.
No, yeah, they can't look at me in my face and they're just like fidgety. Well, I don't believe you. That's like I said last episode when I was a salesman, people asked me a question. If I answered it confidently, and I was just like, yes, this is what the answer is. No matter if it was right or wrong, they believe me.
Yeah.
Because I'm confident. I'm looking them in their eyes. You know what I'm saying? But like when people are like looking around, like then I don't think they're lying.
Now, that's definitely true. A lot of people that are, I won't say professional liars though, but if someone is like known to deceit or like they're just good at it, they're going to make
Yeah.
sure to control their eye movements. They're going to
Right.
make sure to look you in the eye. They're going to
Right.
make sure to not give off any of the signals that they would deem as untruthful. One of the keys I learned from this, just that class, look at their feet. Look at their feet. People don't think to look at people's feet because people are thinking in their heads, I'm trying to lie. I got to control my eyes. I got to make sure I'm looking at this person. They don't realize that they're tapping their feet or that they're moving around, that they're antsy. A lot of times that could be a good indicator.
Yeah.
Not just for lying, but also like if someone's just, uncomfortable with a situation, but are showing kind of a poker face. A lot of times people use it during like job interviews. So that is my tidbit.
Like, I know you're lying, man. You're doing a crip walk right now. You're doing a heel toe, you lying son of a bitch.
You soldier boy, told him just now. Yeah, man.
Can't hide those lying feet.
Yeah, man. This book has a bunch of tidbits like that, so I'm gonna try to get up on that.
I think that's a good idea to get back up on that book. I don't have any of my books from college. I don't. Should I say it is. Statute of limitations is up. The year.
Hey, what are you about to say, dog? Welcome to Vlad TV, everyone. Alan's about to snitch on himself. Statute of limitations.
He said, "Welcome to Vlad."
That's wild. Vlad gets so many people locked up. It's crazy.
Yo.
Shout out to Casanova. Shout out to Casanova.
I don't watch Vlad. Vlad canceled me. I don't watch Vlad. You can't.
Vlad canceled you?
No, Vlad's canceled to me. Like, I don't.
Yeah, no. Dude's been snitching for a good like 20 years now. Wait, who do you disrespect?
He been snitching. He been disrespecting the culture. He called out Mr. Farrakhan and then told Mr. Farrakhan he would not apologize to him unless he came on his podcast.
Some G in it. That's some 50.
And then Vlad was like, and then even like all the black people that Vlad had in his corner, they was interviewing like my son, Royce the 5'9". All these people was like, bro, you gotta apologize to Mr. Farrakhan for that comment you made, whatever. And he was like, yeah, I'm not gonna apologize. It won't affect my ratings. I'll be fine. And they were like, you already play with the culture too much.
Yeah.
And
is the dude Vlad? Is he Jewish?
Yeah. His family. He says he's not practicing Jew, but his family's Jewish. You know?
And I want to clarify this because some people may just hear this part and be like, "What they said to Jew," and then oh no, that's not what we're. It's more so because Louis Farrakhan has been known to be kind of anti-Semitic,
right?
Like on a high level. So I need to get more context behind it, but that makes more sense contextually. Not say that I was right, but yeah.
No, but yeah, that was. So he been shady towards the culture for a minute, you know what I'm saying? So I just like, I ain't watching that shit no more. It's just some of the things I can put my time and energy into.
I don't mess with. I just never really got into Vlad too much. I always just got a vibe of just like it was like, oh, Faison Love's on Vlad, just hating like crazy. Yo, shout out to Faison Love, but chill out. Faison Love's been like hating for a good 12 years.
That's his thing now.
But that's the thing though. Like, hey, I've seen Faison Love stand up, not in person, but like, funny dude. So I guess I was just disappointed to always see that. That's always something negative about someone, and it seemed like a lot of Vlad is either someone speaking negatively about someone or someone snitching on themselves. And a lot of rappers and people have ended up in jail. The new one being Casanova because of a Vlad TV interview.
Yeah, that's the big thing for me, man. So those two things. Him pretty much saying like he don't gotta apologize to anybody in the culture because he don't need it. He don't need it. And then for people, he really, yes, people shouldn't snitch on themselves, but he be baiting people. Like I watched one interview, right? We asked the guy, he was like, "So I see you wear a lot of blue. Are you a Crip?" Like, what? Like, what do you mean?
Damn.
And the guy was like, "I just like blue." Like, you mean like? And he was like, "Wait, are you sure?" Because you know what I mean, like,
because this photo. We saw you were pulled up to a Walgreens last night, and other fellows were wearing blue as well. I have no idea where I'm going with this one.
It's like a callback to Trial 4, actually.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, man. But so I was like, I'm done with that, So I ain't. Yeah,
damn.
So that's that, man. And I guess I'm not going to incriminate myself either. But
yeah, let's try not to do that. Let's try not to incriminate ourselves.
Let's put it like this, man. The bookstore at my college, man. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah,
I'm gonna leave it alone. Yeah, I don't own no books, but I got money. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Wait, are you saying you didn't pay $86? I'm pretending to be Vlad right now. I don't even know how much. I remember like maybe my third year. It was towards the end of college that I started realizing like, oh, you can get all these used for like a very low cost. And I was like, I'm never going to this bookstore again. That's such a
Right.
crime that you're like that tuition's that damn high and that you're going to charge that much for textbooks. I think it's crazy.
Yeah, I was selling all the used books. I was selling all the
Good.
books. I was
That's.
there. I was
I'm not saying you like stole from that store. It doesn't sound like that's where you're going in with it, anyways. But like, I don't condone crime. But like, I'm not. I don't feel bad for a college when
right.
something like that happens. It's like, all right, it's a huge institution. It feels almost comparable to a prison complex in some ways. Not completely. I think it's much more harsher. Prison, college, you kind of learn some cool stuff.
Yeah.
But like in terms of the system of it and just how it is, I feel like that's one that we need reform for.
Yeah.
Did you hear
No,
Joe Biden? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was
no,
excited when I heard this.
I heard this.
He was saying that like he not completely eliminate student debt, but shave $10,000 off of any student loans.
I heard that somebody in Congress, I'm not sure, Senate, I don't know, that they proposed to said they were gonna say 50K. That's what I heard. So we gotta see. Because student loans cause PTSD, man. They gotta take care of that.
I think a lot of times people just throw that out there of like, oh yeah, like when their campaign promises like, yeah, we'll get rid of student loans.
Yep.
I'd like to go back and like see like, oh, it wasn't as big of an issue back then, but like, did Bill Clinton promise that? Did Obama promise that? Yeah, we know Bernie seemed like he meant it. Bernie was like, yeah, no, I'm ready to do it.
Yeah, today.
Let me ask you this. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, ask away.
I'm curious on this because a lot of people they argue over it. If they were to say like college is free in the U.S. tomorrow, and I know your situation is different because you didn't really have to worry about like student loans and all that.
Right.
But would that be a disadvantage for millennials or people that did pay for college or that are in student loans that may not be able to get certain jobs or live in certain locations because they're paying the debt from school? Is it unfair to those people to make it free now?
All right. So like my mom used to tell me all the time, life ain't fair.
Yeah.
You can't not do something progressive because people, you know what I mean? So it's like, it'll be like this, like it'll be say, we can't legalize weed because people in jail for weed. No, you got to make that first step. You know what I mean? You got to make that first step in order to, yeah, you got to please some people in the back end, but you got to go forward. You know what I mean?
Forward with it.
You can't be afraid to make people mad. You can't. I think
agree.
that if they do some kind of free schooling, whatever, they will have to like knock down people's student loans. Or debt,
I think that's the same with like if they legalize marijuana. If they're going to do that and still have people locked up that have been in jail for 10 plus years for it, I don't know if I'd be 100% cool with the idea of like, oh, everything's legal now. It's like, all right, well, like that broke up a lot of families. So like I think it's the same with student loans. Like if they're if they're willing to like compensate some of the people that are in debt, then yeah, move forward with it. Even if they don't, honestly, I'm okay with them moving forward with it because I at least like doing some sort of change to it because it's just getting higher and higher, and I don't worry about my future children often. But if Gilligan and Isadora, if they have to worry about having to pay back like almost hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt from going to a public school, I gotta bring the hand down. I was like, I can't go that much. Like, yeah, I don't want them going through that either. So we'll see how it plays out, though.
Yeah, I think that they could do something like this. Like, yo, if you paid off your student loans, you'll have lower taxes for 4 years or some shit. They had to do something. They had to do something retroactively to. Yeah, because if you pay,
content with like courtside tickets. If they're like, all right, if you pay off your student loans, you get to get one free game for like the Flyers. I'm like, all right, I guess I'm okay with that.
Kind of like hockey. Okay.
And I'm like, I picked a sport that I'm not even that into. You get to go to Smack Volume 7.
There you go. You got it. Yeah. All right, Kirk Griffiths, man. And you over there sipping your wine, man. I'm gonna go over there. I might get myself some wine too, but man. You got anything? You got anything coming up? You no shows at all? Nothing?
No shows. Your boy's watching Degrassi for all of December, and I'm not seeing anyone. I'm self-isolating for next until Christmas. Our family, we want to see each other, so we've agreed to self-isolate. And I haven't seen my brother in like a year, so I'm gonna pick him up in Philly, taking my mom. So
Good.
I'm just chilling.
That's good, man. That's dope. I don't know what I'm gonna do for Christmas yet, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't do it what I wanted to do for Thanksgiving. I don't know.
You get a tree?
I got a fake tree.
Oh yeah, that counts.
My homie stole a fake tree from me years ago, and I've used it every.
There you go. Damn, I need to get a fake tree. Yeah.
That's how I'm living. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I ain't got no shows neither, man. So we just out here, doing.
Check out the podcast, like and subscribe and all that stuff. If you made it this far into the show, get a fucking life. No, I'm joking.
No, this is a good episode.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for having a life, and enjoy your holidays if we don't talk to you by then.
Right. We're out of here. Peace.